Hey guys, welcome back to the Workplace and Apprenticeship 20 videos. This is lesson 1.2, which is talking all about grade, angle of elevation, and distance. This is the first lesson of 1.2. I have split up into two separate lessons. So here is example number 2 from your first set of notes. Heckman Pass is a very steep section of highway connecting Anaheim Lake and Bella Coopa, BC. At its steepest section, it rises 900 meters over a run of 5 kilometers. What is the percent grade of this section? So first, we need to identify what is this question asking us, and here they want to know what is the percent grade of the section. And if you guys remember in our lesson, we did talk about percent grade, and a percent grade is essentially just your slope for a road or type of surface. So, and we're talking about the percent grade. It's essentially your slope as a percent. So we actually have a little formula that we were discussing in class. So your percent grade is equal to your slope, which is also rise over run, and then you multiply it by 100%, and that's how you find your percent grade. So in order to solve this question, we're looking for our percent grade. So we need to know what our rise is, and we need to know what our run is. So let's go back and reread that sentence. Let's cross out some of that unimportant information and find anything that actually is important or relevant to the percent grade. So our first sentence reads, Heckman Pass is a very steep section of highway connecting Anaheim Lake and Bella Coopa, BC. So that one there just tells us about the situation. It actually doesn't tell us anything about the percent grade. So we can actually cross that sentence out. Our next sentence reads, at its steepest section, it rises 900 meters over a run of 5 kilometers. So this one here tells us our rise and our run. Now one thing that's really important here is that we have our rise is 900 meters and our run is 5 kilometers. So you can notice there that they have different units. So before we even start working with our percent grade, our first step is to actually convert either the meters to kilometers or the kilometers to meters. And whichever one you prefer, it really doesn't matter as long as they're both in the same units. For this example here, I'm actually going to convert to meters, but just know if you guys convert it to kilometers, you should get the exact same answer as long as you did your math correct. So I'm just going to label this one here. We're going to convert meter or kilometers to meters. So here we know that we have 5 kilometers, and there are actually 1,000 meters in a kilometer. So what we're going to do is we're going to call something called, do a method called unit analysis. That's where you're multiplying by a fraction, and it's just essentially what are the equivalent units. So right here we're trying to get rid of kilometers, so your kilometers should go on the bottom of your fraction, and we're trying to introduce meters so it goes on top. Then you just write in the information that it's equivalent to, so know that in 1 kilometer there are 1,000 meters. So when we're talking about unit analysis, essentially what happens is that we're just converting units. So we could say that kilometers divided by kilometers cancels each other out. It's kind of like when we're thinking about, say, 4 divided by 4 gives you 1. So they kind of cancel each other out in that sort of sense. And all you're left with is meters. So when we're punching this into our calculator, we would go 5 times 1,000 divided by 1. And what we should get is 5,000. And our new units here are meters. Now that we're working with the same units, our second step is to actually use that percent grade formula. And I'm just going to label our percent grade as PG. And I'm going to fill in the information that we know. So we know that our rise was 900 meters. Our run, as we calculated, was 5,000 meters. And then we have to multiply your slope by 100%. Now for your next step, this one here is really up to you. If you want to do the division and the multiplication all in one step, I'm very okay with that. But just in this video, I want to show it step by step, just for those who would like to see each step individually. So first I'm going to do my division. So when you put this into your calculator, you'll go 900 divided by 5,000. And what you should get in your calculator is 0.18, and then make sure to bring down this multiply by 100%. Put your multiplication into the calculator, so go 0.18 times 100%. And what we should find is that our percent grade is equal to 18%. Now we found the percent grade, but just remember this here is a word problem, so we do need to write a sentence. And so go back to your question and try and figure out a type of sentence that would fit this question. So an example of a sentence could be the percent grade of the section from Anaheim Lake to Bella Coola is 18%. So as soon as you guys have answered your question with the word problem, that means that you're all done. You've answered this question properly, and then you guys are ready to move on. And that concludes this video, and thanks you guys for watching.